the Staples Center in beautiful downtown Los Angeles as the Clippers prepare to take the floor. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets. It was a win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. It seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Houston, Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. And it's Fry in at the one. And that one's good. Barnes. Here is Harden. Harden left up. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. And it's the Clippers' ball. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, they really had their number in that game. Big margin of victory for them. They got there by really including their bench. The depth became a major factor. They just wore them down.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Well, solid numbers for this club from the free throw line this season, shooting about 77% collectively.
And he sinks the second. On defense, the Clippers. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And that's the kind of loss that sticks with you for a while, guys, because they were probably the better team that night. They just couldn't put the game away.
You know, Steve, you'd almost rather get beaten by double digits than know you should have won it, but didn't.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by Dwight Howard. Crawford, no one around him. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Jones with the screen on Crawford. Great D that time from Griffin.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Barnes, and he gets it to go.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Harden outside, and Fry has it in the corner. Oh, good on the triple. Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Ball with the ball. Now guarded by Fry. Crawford's shot is good.
They're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Jones. Six to shoot. And Fry kicks to Harden. Off the run. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out. Now that the mid-season grind is well underway, you look at the Rockets earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far. They're definitely the team to beat. And checking out the Clippers, they're 5 spots away.
Seeing where the Rockets are, of all the surprises the NBA has provided us with this season, they may be the biggest of them all.
I agree, Clark. I mean, coming out of the preseason, it would have been very difficult to make a case for them being one of the NBA's top teams, and yet here we are, here they are.
And the dunk by Jordan.
And the lead just success grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Pass the ball. Crawford dishes to Griffin. He feeds it to Barnes. Crawford against Ariza. Crawford passes to Griffin. And stolen by Ariza. Goes up. Watches the slam dunk finish.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
Now here's Crawford. He's coming off a 19-point game against Milwaukee. Ball goes in. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. Three-point play chance here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Boozer comes in for Blake Griffin. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Houston also making some changes. Monteunitas is checked in for Howard. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Here is Paul after the made shot from front. And here is Paul. He's coming off a 13-point game against Milwaukee.
Well, he was aggressive at both ends of the floor. He had 3 steals in that game, remember?
Yes, yeah.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
That could give him a huge injection of energy, Clark.
And Kevin, that's exactly what they need right now. They've got to close the gap.
Forget about that for a second. How about the burst to the bucket for a point guard? Well, he can power those down.
Here's Fry. Tipped away.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Paul goes in. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the wing right side. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from 12. Here's Hawes. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Hawes got his first basket of the night.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
They set the screen. Here's Fry. Here's Covington, and he uses the glass on the layup.
So that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Good.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
Up in time. You know what? DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Boozer. Barnes comes in for J.J. Redick. And Paul subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jones checked in for Monteunitas. Ariza comes in for Robert Covington. Daniels, he's checked in for McCallum. And it's the Wizard in for Cannon. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. Farmar is out there with Paul. And it's Barnes at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. The Wizard in their last time out against the Lakers put on a show. He finished with 39 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall for him. Really efficient night from the field. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now He's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable. And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Fry's got 8 points.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Farmar kicks to Jordan. And the wide open shot from Paul. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense is backed off.
Now, here's Fry. Guarded closely. The shot no good. And the Clippers will come the other way.
They've been strong on the board. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Picked by Griffin. Griffin sets the screen for Barnes. No good there off the double clutch.
And no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway. Looking at the game for the Wizard, he has 8 points and a steal.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And the Clippers making a change here. Paz is checked in. And a change for the Rockets. James Harden. He's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Rockets trailed by 5. Top Fry. He picked up 39 points in their last one against the Lakers.
And with 3 steals, he also showed some grit and toughness at the defensive end.
The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Here's Farmar after the made shot from Fry. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pause, dishes to Farmar. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Farmar's got his first 2 points of the night.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
And Fry slams it in. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Yeah, especially coming from a guy out of the...
Second quarter ends in a...
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch.
Game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Nice game. Great performance by the Wizards.
Yeah, he was on a mission there in the first half, just trying to get into the lane every time possible.
Aggressive attacking basketball at its very best.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. And it's Fry in at the point guard position. Paul with the steal. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. Good on the shot. Paul's got the first bucket of the third here for the Clippers.
Boy, how's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, he didn't waste any time getting down the court, did he?
And Fry kicks to Howard. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 3 points. Nice bucket there from Fry. Paul passes to Jordan. Crawford is screen on Ariza. Barnes dishes to Griffin. The baseline jam. Tries again. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jordan with it. And Crawford picks him up defensively. Now, here is Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Paul kicks to Crawford. Griffin throws it down with the quick putback jam. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
1-2 punch. You gotta love it.
A nice shot by Howard.
And it feels like the energy has just picked up big time here. Both teams now feeding off each other's intensity.
I don't know what was said in the locker rooms at halftime, Steve, but it's obvious both sides have responded well.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for Jordan. And a change for the Rockets. Robert Covington's checked in. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game, to keep the tempo fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. He focused next on what he feels will be their most reliable offensive approach, which is the use of ball screens in the pick and roll. That's a play we should be seeing a lot of. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
And thank you, Doris. Nobody near Barnes. Goes back up and boot. Lays it in. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
Howard setting the pick for Harden. Rejected by Griffin. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And the Clippers making a change here. Redick is checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Monty Eunice is checked in for Howard. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Trevor Ariza. And here's Fry from the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Griffin's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Now, here's Fry, defended by Paul. No good from Fry.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
And stolen by Fry. And here comes the break. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from McCallum.
Terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal, and then excellent transition offense.
Well, it all stems from the aggressive defense. And when you attack defensively and you can force some mistakes, now it's off to the races.
Redick for 3. The Paul. Passes it to Crawford. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Griffin. Rockets with the rebound.
Just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Now Fry. 15 points in the game. Here's McCallum. Buries the long-range jumper. And now just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Harden. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
That's one thing to create a turnover, but so inadvertently turn it into a transition opportunity. That's even better.
Feeds to McCallum. Here's the screen. To the right side. And Fry gets to Monty Eunice. Paul outside. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Paul's got 6 in the quarter. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Let's go.
Here's Kanan, defended by Paul. Cannon kicks to Harden. Pass to Cannon. With 1 on the clock. No good on that last second attempt. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? To you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make, and he makes it flawlessly. He set up that alley-oop.
CP3 at point with Reddick there at the back. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Spencer Hawes, and it's Barnes, and it's the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Fry, good. The Clippers in the lead. Ball outside. Terrific design on the pick flip. He lays it in.
Boy, he's so reliable when he gets in tight, guys, and that hoop there gives him a nice little cushion here late.
Here's Fry, and he gets it to go. Fry's got 19 points.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Now here's Reddick, guarded by Fry. The drive by Paul. And slam dunk by Jordan.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
Kicks it to Fry. Lays it up and banks it in. 21 points in the game. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Paul with the ball. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Harden. Here's Cannon. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
After fighting back. They had a chance to tie this thing up.
Steve, I love it. They are not going away. They've brought it close right now.
And it's good.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Well, this is what happens when he gets on a roll. You are not going to see a better rhythm shooter than him.
Here's Reddick. Count the bucket.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Here's Fry, and he converts the layup. Fry's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
Reddick passes to Jordan. This is DePaul. And the pass to Barnes. Rebounded by Howard.
Well, he's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Here's Fry, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
Reddick dishes to Paul. Kicks it to Reddick, and stolen by Fry. And here they go. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Cannon's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast breaks.
Griffin's checked in for the Clippers. Crawford comes in for J.J. Reddick. And a change for the Rockets. Ariza's checked in. They double him with Jordan. And Fry kicks to Howard. It's Ariza on the wing. Now, here's Fry. T right on him. On the clock. The three. Good. Fry's got 17 now, just in the second half.
He's clearly been the star of this fourth quarter. I don't think he's missed a shot.
No, he hasn't, guys. He's 7 for 7. He's been able to get everything to go.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Kevin McHale coaching his team during that break. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, we're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
And Barnes comes to help. Now, here's Fry, defended by Paul. And Fry kicks to Harden. Offline with his three.
He's just been ice cold. He cannot find the range.
Dish now to Griffin. Puts up the baby hook. They grab their own miss.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Uncovered. No good from Fry.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Paul kicks to Crawford. From way back. It's money from deep.
Oh, what a basket in at the perfect time.
How about the courage and backbone of this guy? Wow.
They double him with Jordan. And it's Ariza in the corner. In low to Howard. Money!
There's not a lot you can do when Howard is on like he is now.
Ball outside. Picks it out to Crawford. No one near him. Sinks it.
Finding the open man every trip down the floor.
Certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
Here's Fry. The Clippers grab the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9, and he commits the intentional foul. 20 seconds left in the fourth, so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Fires the three. Connects! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
He's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Ball passes to Barnes. Now Griffin inside. No good.
Well, they did have a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before the shot attempt.
Yeah, you really want to try to foul in that situation before he gets into the shooting motion, and it just didn't work out that time.
And the second of 2 is good. It gives them the lead.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get the...
It's Harden with the drive. Count it!
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well,